All right, for some analysis on this, joining me now from Belfast, United Kingdom, is Alexander Titov. He's a Russia affairs analyst and also a lecturer at Queen's University, Belfast. Obviously, over the past few weeks, many have been questioning whether or not there's any end in sight to this seemingly never-ending conflict. Yes, talks are taking place today, but similar talks have taken place in the past as well on multiple occasions. But the points of difference, they have remained the same. It seems to me there has been no reconciliation at all when it comes to the differences between the two sides.
Well, I think there has been some reconciliation, and I think the key difference between the talks which happened at the beginning of the war in 1922 and what are happening now is, of course, the involvement of the United States, which are pushing for a deal now, whereas before that was not the case. So in that sense, the differences remain, but they have narrowed them down to several issues, which is obviously the issue of territory, and I think also issue of post-war security guarantees as well. I don't think that's quite as resolved as people might appear. But nevertheless, you have real progress in the sense that at least the main backer of Ukraine for many years has changed his tack and starts looking for a solution, which was not previously the case. But differences remain, but nevertheless, that's already progress.
Okay, while that has happened, yes, we understand that Donald Trump, unlike his predecessor, has not been backing Ukraine in the same manner. But I think Donald Trump pulling away from backing Ukraine has kind of reinforced European support for Ukraine. Is that not true?
Well, it has reinforced Ukraine, but Europe itself unlikely to be able to completely substitute United States in all of this. It's not a dramatic collapse of support, of course, but it asks a lot of Europe to step in financially. And ultimately, you still have United States as a kind of key player in terms of security guarantees, both for Europe and for Ukraine, as well as a supplier of intelligence and weapons and so forth. So Europe is a very important role. Without Europe, Ukraine would not be able to continue, of course. But in itself, it's certainly big change from complete unity between the United States and Europe to Europe being the main sponsor now. And that's even within Europe itself, you have issues, of course, with Orban, you have, failure to agree to confiscate Russian assets with a position from Belgium. So Europe is there, still more money going in, but it's not quite as good as it used to be for Ukraine in that respect.
Fascinating insights, Alexander Titov. Thanks very much for joining us here on TRT World. I really appreciate you taking out the time.